It's July 20th. I'm just gonna do a quick walk around of the garden. I'm gonna be harvesting garlic later this week, so the garden's gonna look really empty in a little bit. So take a video just before it gets emptied out. So here's the main garden. There's some lettuce over here that went to, it's about to go to seed. It's bolted already. We're still eating it, but I don't think it's gonna last much longer. I have not got any beefsteak tomatoes yet this year. And the reason is this, I have two plants that survived. I had to transplant them over here because they were in some really poor soil. So we do have some flowers starting, so we might get a couple. It's not a big deal. This here was our spinach and lettuce garden earlier. It's all been taken out, re-amended. I have some beans started there. I have 4 rows of broccoli, and a couple plants in each row just to see if we can get something. This is our other beefsteak tomato that was also transplanted here, which is not doing the greatest. Along here, this one fell over. We have tons and tons of Roma tomatoes. So I made sure that I grew a lot of these so that I can make some tomato sauce. And there's just lots and lots and lots. So we have 5 plants of these. There's plenty of tomatoes. Back behind it we have the garlic. So we have 45 plants in here. So it's ready to come out. I'm gonna harvest it soon and dry it up. I'll probably do a video on that separately. A couple beans back here, nothing too major. Potatoes over here. We actually harvested some, maybe 2 plants here yesterday for dinner. There's a couple onions. I don't know if I'll get any, but I'll be happy with 1 or 2. There's six that actually survived. I'm gonna skip back over to the other side. We're getting lots and lots and lots of jalapeno peppers. We have 5 jalapeno plants. So somewhere mixed in this area. There is 5 of them. 5 stakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 stakes, 5 plants. Starting here we have all bell peppers. Do you want to show them what we're growing? What's your favorite plant in this garden?
Tomatoes.
Potatoes? What kind of
tomatoes.
These are tomatoes, those are potatoes. So what kind of potatoes are these ones in this row?
Purple.
Red. Red potatoes.
And
Russet. Russet potatoes and red potatoes. And like I said, along here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bell peppers. So the lots of ants. Oh, we'll have to get rid of those.
all those ants right there.
Okay, we'll look at that after. So the bell peppers, they're all red peppers that we grew.
Yeah.
And
Red peppers? Ow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from here down. From here down. I didn't think they were going to take off. They took so long to start. These ones over here, when I amended the bed, from here over was nice fresh soil, and this here was natural soil that was amended with fertilizer and a little bit of compost, but not too much. So it was just stuff that we composted over the winter. You want to show the jalapenos?
This is my jalapeno. See?
Nick's jalapeno. Where did that go?
That goes right. That one's mine.
Are you gonna eat one?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. They're too hot.
Do you want to pick one and eat one right now?
No.
I don't blame you.
They do a lot.
They are too hot. Over on this side of the yard, there's a strawberry patch. Little raccoon keeping all the animals out. So these are very tiny. So we're gonna try to split the plants next year because there's just way too many here. You can see that the only pest in here, his name is Connor. walks through and takes whatever he wants. Looks like he's been stepping on the asparagus that's trying to grow too. Next year we're hoping to have asparagus come up before the strawberries. At the back, there's a whole bunch of peas. Planted these because Connor just loves eating them right off the vine. You want to eat one? Is it delicious? Yum. So this year I got 2 compost bins and I've been trying to hot compost some our grass clippings and just yard waste and food scraps and stuff like that. So it went really, really good for a while. But we kind of slowed down because it got a little bit cooler and it's kind of just in a settling phase now. We also have no grass to cut because it's been incredibly dry. So we don't have grass to add to it. We don't have anything to compost. Over here by their play set, we have more peas. Connor just eats those as well. Everybody else does too, but Connor just decides to take whatever he wants. Same as the raspberries. Back over here, we have a couple zucchini plants. Nothing in this one yet, but this one here, I believe there's one ready. A couple ready by the looks of it. We can probably take this bottom one out. Probably take this bottom one out into the house so nothing eats it. And the final area is this last row leading back to the original garden. Here's some cucumbers. So these are the English ones which the kids really like, but apparently now they don't like them. So I also grew some, I can't remember what they are, I think they're Boston pickling cucumbers. So I have one plant here that was doing pretty well. I just took off about 6 or 7 cucumbers, very, very large sized ones. And I made my second batch of pickles, so we'll see how that turns out. Second batch ever. Down here in the last section, some chilies. So very small still. We got 3 of them. So make some chili powder or something out of those. Behind the chilies we have some cantaloupe, which we have 0 cantaloupes. Lots of flowers, but 0 cantaloupes. I'm not expecting to get anything off this. Moving over, we have our spaghetti squash. This one's really, really nice for comparison. And then there's one starting right here as well. So there's 2 plants here. One growing up that trellis, one growing up this trellis. And then we're back to the original garden. So that was the quick 5-ish minute tour. Next year's garden is going to be a little bit different because I want to turn this into raised beds. Just get everything out of the ground and be able to control the soil a little bit better. So we're going to grow in hugelculture raised beds. So they're going to be about 2 feet high. This one's going to probably be 4 feet wide, and I think another one 4 feet wide and 15 feet long. So they're going to be gigantic, but we'll get everything into these 2 beds, I think. So I almost forgot this last little section, which is in our old laundry tub. So I have 2 Tabasco plants, one here, one here. And I was worried that they weren't going to really grow anything this year, but I might get 1 or 2 Tabascos. I'll be happy with 1 or 2 Tabascos. So I'm going to overwinter these. I'm going to take them out, put them into pots and overwinter them so that I have a quicker start next year. So basically overwintering is cutting them down to almost nothing, taking them in the house and letting them go dormant and then come back in the spring already as an established plant instead of from a seedling. So I also have another Tabasco plant up on the deck with in a pot, and I'll take you up there to show you that. So here's the last Tabasco plant. There's actually one in the cucumber garden, but it's struggling to stay alive. So this one here has a couple little buds that might start as well. This one actually took off the fastest, but I think it has the best soil out of them all. So it has like Miracle Grow with fertilizer in it. So this one started out really well. And this side of the tub, opposite of the Tabascos, these are all sweet potatoes. So we started these from slips. I don't know how we're doing. I don't want to dig them up. They seem to be doing okay. If we look at the back, it's actually quite a bit of foliage. So if we get a few potatoes out of that, that'll be really awesome. We'll see.